Moolah shot it. It's a movie.
This shit nasty.
Yeah. You should know what the fuck going on. Love rap. Hey, Mark Rex TV, you know that shit gotta get critical. Please be that critical flow. We getting critical though. And please be play with that money, good shit get critical, bro. Trying to get critical, bro. Well, just like them critics before. We kicking your dough, leave you on the floor. Now we got a critical scope. Let's have a moment of silence for all the niggas who dying just for them trying. The rest of dog, he a lying and never lying. All of my niggas, they violent. Already know how we riding. We never slipping, just sliding. Check out the grip on the iron, but it's ironic. Your bitch got that grip on my pole. I beat it in critical mode. Then she gon' suck on my soul. Then she gon' go like I never knew her before. I get you a Uber for show. Now back to the dope. It's facts that I trapped out the back of the door. Trick you get whack, my MOTTO. Blood brothers only, that's big BBO. Bitch, I'm the tech and I be with big hoes. I'm at your show with your bitch in the nose. Please tryna go. Shit, chicken head, that's poetry. I got two bad bitches right now saying yes, I'ma call them bitches poetry. And they say they digging my poetry. Enough face cause she told me come over, please. Now that hoe say she don't know what came over me. Lil Ray so cool, so flat, he so overfleet. I bet you looked in the sky and you noticed. Heard he was raised in the shot somewhere overeat. Hey, he got kissed by that lady from overseas. Well, you know he do be spitting the coldest thing. This be that critical flow. We getting critical though. And please do not play with that money, cause shit'll get critical, bro. Trying to get critical, bro. Well, just like them critics before. We kicking your dough, leave you on the floor. Now we got a critical scope. This be that critical flow. We getting critical though. And please do not play with that money, cause shit'll get critical, bro. Trying to get critical, bro. Well, just like them critics before. We kicking your dough, leave you on the floor. Now we got a critical scope.
Moolah shot it. It's a movie.
Okay. Lil Rex,
critical flow.
Lil Rex, critical flow. Straight gave him a little bounce with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to Lil Rex. We excuse me. I'm getting in my trees right now. But where you find Homeboy at?
Well, I have no information on. Yeah, I just was able. Dude said I could play his video.
Hey, Lil Rex. You know how it is, Lil Rex. We play your shit. You come on the joint. You know what I'm saying? We give you love, so give us some love and come on here and kick it with the homeboys on PYO the podcast. But you know, Don, you got an intro or something you want to do for Taco Tuesday?
That's it right there, man. Taco motherfucking Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, your man Toucan Dan.
And I'm
once
done,
again
Gotti,
reporting
man.
live from the landscape. As you see, ain't shit much going on here. Chilling. Hey Don, you like that right there, right?
Yeah.
And Don
Hey,
had
man,
to
you-
give him the intro.
Hey, you bust my ass this week. You bust my ass this weekend in fantasy, man.
Hey, that's the turf. That's that turf toe right there. Hey, hey, Don. Hey, what I told you, Dom. I'm doing my general manager shit, bro. Yo, listen. Your man Toucan is on his general manager shit. I could have did this shit for real.
Yeah, you bust my ass this weekend. I couldn't. I'm 3 in a row. I done lost 3 in a row, man.
Hey, and then I got home when I went and got Homeboy for the Cam. What's it? Jacoby Myers. I went and got Jacoby Myers, man. And he showed up for me with Cam. I knew Cam wasn't gonna stink it up 2 weeks in a row. Is it weird?
Yeah.
Right now, Steb is he doing some undercover work. We can't really tell you what Steb is up to right now. He's always lurking, but you know, he sometimes he's behind the scenes. He pulling some string. He puppet mastering. Sometimes he pulling strings behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? So,
AKA special assignment.
Step the level on special assignment. There it is. That's gonna be his new shit. Whenever they ask where Step at, be like, yo, he on special assignment.
Yeah, special assignment, man.
But yeah, like I said, Dom, hey yo, on my general manager shit, boy, I ain't playing. I'm on my general manager shit, but you know, that shit go for everybody. You had 6 straight weeks and then lost 3, so you can't ride on that horse too motherfucking high, cause that bitch will buck on you quick.
Oh yeah. I can't get off the ground right now.
Hey, I just happened to get some good fucking dirty, grimy players picks. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I threw Antonio Brown in there because just I want, man, what the fuck happened to Tom Brady?
Oh man,
Lord have mercy. That man took a ass. You see how the baby was curled up on Giselle's lap while he was taking his ass whooping?
Yeah, I ain't see that shit, man.
Oh yeah, they showed a picture of his Giselle and his daughter in the stands, and the baby was curled up in her arms with her thumb. Tom Brady, that was his. He was going to be there next.
Shit, you see any surprises this weekend?
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. They got their ass handed to them.
Man, that was the ass whooping of a lifetime.
So it seems like they're gonna have a bad game here and there.
I mean, yeah, they try to blame it on AB, man. You know, he was out there. Tom Brady just had one of them nights where he wasn't feeling it. He was trying to force too much action, and he really wasn't getting much on the back end. Shit, that's how that shit go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bug, sometimes you the windshield.
Yo, what Green Bay do, man?
We bust San Fran ass, but it ain't look too tough because it was third string action.
Yeah, we was actually checking that out.
Yeah, man, that shit was third string action, man. That shit wasn't even nothing that looked serious.
Yeah, San Francisco kind of fucked up right now.
Yeah, that's also, we took care. We gave my ass whooping. That's like, you get beat up by the older brother, but you catch his little brother by the lockers. You give him the business because you like, yeah, somebody from the family got to give it. So we gave it to the third string. It still was somewhat of a tough game, but Tampa Bay, bro, that was that is gonna be on Sports Hot. The 3 points for Tom Brady in a game.
Yeah,
man,
that was crazy,
man. That's gonna be rough. Hey, that Dallas-Pittsburgh game was rough.
Yeah, man. And I mean, it was surprising they was in it.
Yeah, they was.
And then we got our ass. I mean, we came back, but we started off too flat.
Yeah, then Ben got his knees racked up. Boy, y'all in trouble, man. I'm trying to tell you, the sport. Patrick Mahomes is looking smiling harder and harder and harder and harder right now. Patrick Mahomes is smiling a little. Mahomes is smiling a little bit harder right now because he can see it.
Second, man. It might be my mic. Yes.
What happened?
Go ahead.
The mic. Listen. We got technical difficulties on Taco Tuesday. Man, technical difficulties on Taco Tuesday. We can make that a saying. Don, I don't know what you over there doing in that mic, but you need to get offline before you start doing that. This is a family show, Don. I don't know what you was doing with that mic.
Oh yeah. Something happened.
Maybe we should ask you that, Don. It was just I don't know what happened. It just went and I don't know. I ain't gonna say what it sounded like or where it sounded like it was coming from, but you good now? We straight?
I'm about to jump off for a second. It's something with my mic.
Well, you can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it's me. So I got reverb. So y'all give us a second, man.
Hey yo. What you want? I'm gonna hold it down. Listen, I got some freestyle. No,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead freestyle for a second.
Yeah, no, I don't mean really rap, but
I know. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about, man.
Oh, I can talk about what I want to talk about?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, it's just something, I've been in, I don't know if this ain't gonna be sports talk. We gotta take the sports talk moniker off, Don. I should have told you to take that off before I started talking, because at this point I gotta talk. Well, there you go, it's gone. So now I don't have to talk sports. Something real tragic happened. The kid King Von was shot and killed over a beef and a scuffle that happened in Atlanta. Tip, other celebrities, people weighed in on it. They had really a lot to say. Tip said some things that got him in trouble, but the point of it all is, I don't know, man. You're doing harm to each other no matter how you look at it, for real. You know what I'm saying? It was a fight turning to shooting. Now it's supposed to be causing a rift between two areas and two people, but it's still two just black men. I mean, not even two. From what I'm understanding, it's like 3 or 4. maybe 5 black men that's lives have changed forever, and their families. And shit is crazy. I mean, I know people say, "Yo, that's the streets. That's what they signed up for," but shit, for real, I don't think people go out their way, work night and day, and try to, go in the studio and put music together just to end up dying over a scuffle in the streets and shit. I don't really think that's what type of game they was playing. Just sometimes people don't think about the moves they making. That's the most important thing, That was perfect. Huh?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, you sound good to me.
Okay. No, I was reverbing. I'm not sure. Hey, how I sound out different?
You sound clear to me. I don't know how the folks sound, how you sound to the folks, but
hey,
Mike
get down. How I sound? Nah, they were saying about reverb because I was hearing myself. I still hear myself actually.
Do I got the Call of Duty mic hooked up to this joint?
Yeah, he said
people
reverb,
like, oh, he got the Call of Duty mic. You still hear reverb?
Yeah, he said he hear.
I don't know, bro. Yeah. I don't know, Bobby. That's how it is, though. If they watch our podcast, they know how this shit is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we was doing it, at one point we was all in the studio, but COVID thing happened, so we had to, do what was best for us and our families and the shit that people supposed to do.
Yeah, my son be fucking with my mic.
You who?
I said my son sometimes he be messing with my mic.
Oh shit! I mean, that's how it is. He probably down there freestyling for the internet and putting it on the gram. You gonna look up? He had a whole video on the gram, just the motherfucker with the Uzi on your motherfucking. You like what? Hey, he gonna have it. You like, when the fuck did he get a Draco? When did we get a Draco?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that shit.
That's the game of life, bro. Yeah, but I was, like I said, on here talking about that King Von shit. You heard about the young dude? Well, he's 26, getting shot and killed in Atlanta. Yeah, I was like, man, that shit's fucked up, bro. Like, that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, I seen that shit, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, over fist fight, niggas get to shoot. I mean, over some wild internet shit, man. That shit's wild. I mean, people saying it's over female or beef and whatever. It's just that shit crazy, man. At the end of the day, they just 2 brothers gone. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest thing,
it's like 3 of them that died.
Yeah, 3 died, 2 went to jail and shit or some wild shit, man. Oh, it's weird. It's not weird to me because I understand what the psychological shit behind it is. But when you have black men that's always getting to a height of what we consider success, dying over shit that don't make you successful is weird as shit. I mean, it's not weird. I keep saying weird. It's wild as shit to me. It's not weird. It's wild. And people like, well, you ain't in the streets and you ain't. I understand that shit. I do understand the culture. Fuck you see. I live in what we consider the hood. You can't really see it during the daytime, but you know what I'm saying? This is the same shit that look like everybody else's neighborhood. It's just the fact that when you get to your height of your career, you get into where you actually starting to make what you consider living. And then you end up dying. That shit don't make where you from in the hood shit didn't make no sense after he was dead. You're gonna be a hood legend, but that's about it.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Then the next nigga gonna take your shoes. Yeah, kids, right. I mean, this dude's 26, but we consider them kids, but the next man ain't gonna do nothing but take your spot, take your fucking your whole shit and run off and do some other shit with it and give you maybe some props at the end of it. But it's the funniest thing is, we doing that shit. I mean, not the always say the funniest thing, but the wildest shit is we doing that shit to ourselves. You see what I'm saying? In a sense, you rarely see white folks get to a height in their career where they making money is where they decide they just want to get violent and shit. Like, that shit don't make sense. We got to stop feeling like we got to prove some shit to somebody even after we prove that we can be successful. That's the biggest thing to me a black man can do, is prove that he can have success in America. After that, you ain't. What
jump in, I think.
Oh yeah, man, hit Mike. Where Mike at?
Yeah, he just hollering at me on the side.
Yeah, tell Angry Mike, yeah, tell the brother get in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm for real, man. Like we need to stop getting to a level of success where we feel. I mean, a level where we prove that not only do we have success, that we willing to die for shit in the street. Because if you're willing to die for shit in the streets, it ain't no reason to have success. The reason you're trying to have success is so you don't die in the fucking street.
Right.
Or in a hospital bed, wherever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, some people might be like, "Hey, you don't understand the gang. The game, no matter what you call it, is a dead human being. I don't give a fuck what you affiliate him with. At the end, he gonna have a toe tag, a name, and he gonna go where everybody go that's dead. So, and that's no disrespect to him or his family. Rest in peace to him. But I'm just saying that, that street fame or hood fame or shit that niggas dying for, you gotta realize if you living a life where you gonna die for, it ain't no reason to have success.
Yeah,
it gets to a certain line.
T.I. caught some flack for something he said about it.
Yeah, he said, I understand the direction he was going, you know what I'm saying? And from what I understood, the dude was from there was two guys involved. One was from Atlanta, the other was from Chicago. But and I'm just saying what they did is what happened, and what sequence that happened in their lives and changed lives, they family members in their lives forever. You understand what I'm saying? Right, but I'm just saying people weighing in on that shit. It's it's street code, if you ain't in the hood, I'm like, listen, that shit get to a point where you can't do it. That shit can't be in you no more. If you want to successfully strive, right, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just saying, hey Don, you don't see any successful artists, but not any, but mostly besides minorities, Black, Latino, or whatever, because we come from that, that culture of violence and music and violence, period. We got to die when we get rich. You know what I'm saying? Right, but and the ones that don't die getting rich and then say, yo, I ain't even with that street no more, or that street shit, then we consider them selling out to the culture. But it get to a point where once you start making a certain amount of income and success for yourself and your family, you can't be in the street, because this is the result of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just like dude got killed over some dumb shit. I think it's crazy, man.
Youngers start fighting, and then one of them pulled out the pistol, start shooting, and then another nigga started shooting. Then bullets start flying. Then people talking about, man, they was upset because his homies left them. I'm like, yo, bullets is flying.
Yeah, you can
if
see
somebody laid down, everybody gonna move out the way. I don't know unless somebody got an S on their motherfucking chest.
Oh, you moving? I don't give a fuck.
That's gonna sit there when bullets start sliding through the air and talk about, oh shit, I gotta pick up everybody. When your first instinct is gonna be run when bullets start flying. Yeah, he just didn't get a chance to run.
Only people trained for that type of shit is like Secret Service, because I think they right. Yeah, that's the only motherfuckers that's trained for that type of shit.
Right, not no normal person. I don't give a fuck unless you've been in like 3,000 gunfights and that shit just made you a hardened a gunslinger. Once bullets start flying,
or it's your kids.
Yeah,
that would be that's the defense. That's the defense mechanism.
Yeah, and like I said, with your children, it's still going to be a shock of not maybe running, but you're going to pause for a second. Even if it happens, you're going to pause for a second before you even go in attack mode. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a shock of the guns. Even the noise itself is going to just start it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to hear the noise or, what escalated, because it was just a quiet camera. So people don't really think about the effects of fighting and screaming, and all of a sudden, bah, 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 bah. I know, everybody know what them gunshots sound like. Well, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Once that shit start, people gonna start running and ducking. I don't give a fuck. Listen, that's just the game. You know what I'm saying? Like the saddest part is, man, is the young man lost his life over a club fight.
Yeah,
and
he was.
And then it's culture.
He was the breadwinner for the group. So a lot of people gonna have to pick up.
Man, he was just signed by Lil Durk to Lil Durk OTF label. He was coming with the OTF crew, and they wasn't angels either. You know what I'm saying? All them boys had a pass, but I'm just saying, period, man. Like, this is the shit that comes out of it. I know it's a lot of motherfuckers. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike? What up, Gotti?
What's up?
What's going on, PYO?
Yo, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this situation that happened with the brother King Von over the week, with the beginning of last, actually, was it Friday or Saturday?
No doubt.
I think it was Saturday.
Yeah, and I was just saying, man, it's a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? People, online, everybody's talking about, T.I. got in trouble for saying, don't come to Atlanta and start this
keep it in your own city.
Yeah, keep it in your own city. And I mean, from what was said by the actual manager. Now, I don't know if people in the social media, sometimes I like to do my homework. The actual manager was on an interview, I think, with Academics or some fucking body, and he said that, they was kind of relaxing, chilling, about to go in the club and do their thing or vibe out or whatever the fuck. And somebody came to the vehicle that they was all sitting in with the young man, King Von, and said, yo, whoever you got problems with is over there chilling in the vehicle. He said, then this is the manager who was there the entire ordeal. He said, next thing you know, he said, everybody jump out the car, running. He said, then it just take off into a full-blown rumble, and then gunshots went off. He was like, it wasn't a planned execution. It was just some shit that happened and ended up tragically. So, a lot of people was like, oh, then people got conspiracies. Oh, he was set up and all that. Like, it was just an instance where thinking in that situation may have ended up a whole lot different for both parties, you know what I'm saying? But they're youngins. I mean, everybody, all the young, and that's what the rappers rap about, right? Every time you see the youngins representing the hood, they got the pole with the extended clip on it. They got about 4 or 5 machine guns pointing it all in the camera, talking about what they. And then people somehow are, really appalled when tragedy happens. This shit is just wild to me. It's like, what do you expect? Don't hear Justin Bieber singing about riding around with no motherfucking chopper.
Yeah, but Justin Bieber music ain't set up to mess up this whole culture, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, in that sense. But what I'm saying is, when you get to a certain level of even what was going through in the past, it gets to a certain level that as an individual, you got to say, I ain't got to be that person no more. I ain't got to live that life no more. You know what I'm saying? People like, well, once you in, you in. That's bullshit. Because if that was for everybody, then every nigga that was in the streets is still rich. We still in the streets. And they ain't.
It's like the Suge Knight mentality, man.
And look what
you know what? My thing, man. My OGs told me this, man. The hardest niggas in the hood want to get the hell out the hood. I ain't never seen nobody who live in the life and want to stay in the life because it's glamorous. It's a great thing. Nobody want bullets firing at their ass or watching their back all the time, man, or having their karma come back on their kids. So the goal is to get out of that. Now, fine. If you true to the hood in your upbringing, you come back and you help those people in the hood who got the same mentality that want to get out. Then each one teach one, man, and that's how that process goes. But anybody telling you, yeah, you gotta be gangster, man, that shit's stupid. And if you're dealing with a chick and she like, you gotta have bodies to be with me, man, that shit crazy, man. Get the hell away from that woman, man. We as a black culture, man, we need a more positive fucking lifestyle, man. You shouldn't strive to be no damn gangster, because gangsters got 3 ways, man. None of them make it. They either get locked up, they go to jail, or they die.
And the ones that truly survive, the ones that truly survive almost go through all 3 of them. And then they decide to go sit the fuck down somewhere and realize all the dirt they did. They thankful to God that they survived it and try to do better in other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You don't really see no true gangsters going to try to really fuck up their own people's lives. They like, yo, I went through some wild shit. I almost got shot. I went to jail, got out. I done did a whole lot of dirt. Now I'm trying to appease for my sins and do something better for people. And they ain't going to tell everybody about that shit because they know they still can go to fucking jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Because they can be what,
I think we in the culture, man, we miss the dynamic of the street life. The only reason I'm gonna sell drugs is if I can't work, or if that money ain't gonna sustain my house. Right. So you got to go the other route to get it. But it's not nothing where you're trying to get no fucking degree in it. If you're trying to get a degree in it, that's crazy. This is it's an in and out thing, man. It's an in and out thing, man. Shouldn't be no lifestyle, shouldn't be no news.
I'm just saying, well, for the guys who literally make it out and still feel like they gotta maintain that
It's an
shit is
image
crazy.
thing.
But
Yeah, it's an
that's what I'm
image thing.
saying, though. That's
It's
what
an
I'm saying.
image, and they think that it actually sells records for people, but it ain't the smartest thing to do, man. It's
But you kill your culture while you're selling the records, man. So then essentially you're selling your soul, right?
Right. That's and listen, when he come and I like this ain't got this nothing to do with King Von, so I don't want because we'll be we go live and I like I said for real I ain't no disrespect to that dude, but you know what I'm saying when he come to reap he come to reap. There ain't no joke with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that be like, hey, man, and they try to tell young, but like you say, we built on a culture that does that. We don't need to build on that, though. The wildest shit that I'm trying to say here is that, people need to start looking at that shit like, do we really need to build on that much of a culture of violence amongst ourselves that we really go out and just commit this shit? We turn what they say, you turn art into life instead of turning life into art. You turning art into life. You know what I'm saying? You right
Art
here
imitates
dying.
life.
Right, exactly. And you it's for no cause because it ain't nobody getting rich off that shit. Man, you look it up, it's so many of them young dudes, man, rappers that we ain't even heard that ain't even make it to the news that died this year over gunshots and petty beefs and squabbling.
Yo, you know what? Real talk, the people who making money off the music industry ain't go come to your hood, man. Don't get it twisted. They're not coming.
And the people that do really pay for these artists because these a lot of underground artists they come out and they supported by dudes in the hood, so they feel like they got to rep the hood or whatever, you know what I'm saying, because that's what the game is now, even at that point, you know what I'm saying.
But
if you got a guy but that's what I'm saying. But another thing is, if you got a guy that you can put in the light that's outside of what you're doing, then do it. You know what I'm saying? It was like shit. You had the real mob, the real mafia. They was running jazz clubs, promoting artists. Shit. Look up Frank Sinatra. But you ain't never heard
the money.
Right, but you ain't never hear about Frank Sinatra holding a Uzi. He ain't had to.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That culture doesn't have that mentality. But when our music got taken over, I mean, come on, man. From self-destruction to the shit we listen to now. Come on, man. That's a plan.
Okay, I see. So you're right. You saying that this is playing. I mean, yeah, you can
it's
definitely say
fucking strategy.
Because the music and entertainment that is brought to the masses is definitely not controlled by people of color. It maybe
it's not controlled by the people who listen to it, dog. Yeah. That's crazy.
They don't think that because they see the music and they see the artists with money, so they think that the money is what's controlling the actual artist's life and what they do in their lifestyle. But really, it's not that. It's an industry, and they going out there doing what they got to do for as they say, the bag. So. But Mike, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't know. What can be? And I'm just thinking. All I'm saying is, in this conversation, what the fuck positivity can we bring? You know what I'm saying? What can we actually say to motherfuckers that watch this or listen to be thinking like, yo, that's not how this is
yourself. Listen to music for entertainment, man. Don't listen to it for no guidance or no damn growth. You listen to that shit for entertainment.
But you know what? Like music is like we look at movies and shit. Kill it, they do all the shit that's like in your mind. We don't go that shit out, but for some reason music like has to be the realest shit. Like you have to actually do that shit.
And people, I think the movie shit influenced people, especially people in our culture, on that level to even go do that shit. Everybody wanted to be Scarface, or we even got a rapper named Scarface, a black rapper. You can't name one Mexican rapper with a black name. You see what I'm saying? You can't name one white artist using a black person's name as their moniker. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't no white boy who nickname is, you know what I'm saying, Barack Osamas or Barack, you got a problem. There's no, you know what I'm saying? We taking from other cultures to give names and characters to ourselves that we got to live out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's our lack of identity in America, man. That's all go back to that. All of that goes back to that. Our lack of identity here. Because you can't, here's the thing. You can't go to a Chinaman and sell him being somebody else because he understands who he is.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with a Russian. You call a Russian a white person, they get real pissed about that. They're Russians. You know, same thing with Italians. They're Italians that because they're that strong about their mentality. Look at Jewish people. You know, I mean, shit, man. If we're being honest, even the gay community, for the ones who are open and they saying that's what they do, they own that. That's what the hell they do. You know, they know who they are as far as that goes. But our culture, we spend money in everybody else's neighborhood but our own. And then we're taught that if we say something positive, like me and you, when we be speaking, man, they would rather us be beefing. Because then you can take one of us out. If me and you got a problem and we ain't got no dialogue, one of us will eventually go.
And that's what happened that's basically what happened Friday,
Absolutely.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There was no dialogue, and that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Like, we as a people and a culture have to start really understanding the level of, the importance and the level of communicating as people. Listen, everybody gonna be beef. I'm not saying everybody get along. What I'm saying is, don't take it to a point where you got to lose your life over something that wasn't even in the end that trivial. Because that's serious. It was more trivial because listen, I know they was fighting and beefing, and somebody wouldn't pull out the hammers and the guy serious. Listen, I understand all of that, but at the same time, you got to understand this: we are setting a pace to make it seem, as always, is how do Black Lives Matter? If y'all are, if we shoot up if we kill each other, right? If we have 3 young men dead, and 1 and 2 in jail, 1 shot or whatever the fuck, 1 wounded, 1 in jail or whatever the fuck. How can you walk around and demonstrate to any people that our lives matter when you see and they're gonna blow that shit up? That shit.
Of course they are, but here's the thing, though, man. You know what? In our culture, we got to be better about being responsible. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, we like to promote when bad shit happen to us. When that's some shit we should not support. You know what I'm saying? If we see somebody fighting, man, or somebody amping up, 2 black people killing each other, we should stop that. Somebody knows somebody. Somebody respects somebody. And that person got to say, nah, y'all dead this shit. We ain't going out.
See, that's the problem now. It's not that middleman is not respected like it probably used to be.
Then it's got to be brought back. Then that's got to be brought back. Somebody got to take the responsibility to say, listen, y'all ain't gonna just kill each other. I tell you what, here's the thing, man. When I came up, and Don, you know this when I came up, here's the thing. If you said something about somebody, the guns that's a last resort, man. We will fight. You whip my ass today. If I'm pissy about it, I still on your ass tomorrow. We fight again.
Right.
We'll keep rematching. You know what I mean? Because that's what men do. Cowards get punched in their mouth, and then they go get a gun and come shoot at the house later, man, when nobody's out there. Yeah, that's coward moves. So we gotta quit supporting that shit first.
And
our man up mentality is bad, man.
The hardest thing, right, is for us to really say, you know what, that was some dumb shit. And people don't like to say that because it seemed out of disrespect for someone to say that. And people were saying that even T.I. I know you heard about or seen the statement that T.I. made, and people was like, man, Tip, that's fucked up. You ain't from the hood. You don't know the hood. Some people was like, yo, T.I., I get exactly where you coming from. And you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that kind of fuck with me, because I'm like, yo, T.I. is saying, keep that shit out.
It was right. A sensitive comment.
But listen, sometimes you don't need insensitive. You know why I love comics and comedians? Because they insensitive as fuck.
They're honest.
Right, they honest. And you know what? The only thing about it is it's comedy. So we look at Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle be brutally honest about shit that goes on in the day. And because he's a comedian, you can laugh and think right. But we don't want to do that when tragedy comes, and somebody got to be hard enough to be like, man, pull up your fucking pants and get your shit together. No, Dennis looked at as hating. Yeah, so if it was a joke.
But you also got to understand, it's a contradiction when it comes to this shit. Because on one end, you can't snitch, you can't do this, you can't do that. There's just so many rules that.
Okay, but here's the thing, though, man. If we going by code and conduct of the street. What are we talking about now? Because when I was coming up, you couldn't snitch on somebody if you're in it with them.
Right.
You know, you can't talk about that man if you can't say that to that man's face.
And not even
You know,
that, but
you
this
don't go steal
situation.
from your family who feed you. You know,
Listen, in situations like this, you ain't even got to snitch no more because there's cameras everywhere. People just making stupid
everywhere.
But
moves.
see,
Agree,
Listen,
agree.
that's what's the problem. It is a code
right.
of the street, but people that are trying to
The code
go
of the
by the
street
street
ain't
code,
keeping up
they
with
not from the street. They not really
Hold
from
on,
the
man.
street.
Listen. We gotta kill the street noise. That ain't no fucking street no more, man. There's cameras everywhere. You got motherfuckers who are supposed to be completely gangsters taking the damn stand. So man,
Right.
kill that. That street shit. I tell
It
you
is,
what.
but this
If you
is
gang, I tell you what. I need any nigga who gangster right now to go get his goddamn kids without calling his baby mom. Then you tell me you gangster. If you can't take your ass to court and make sure you got control of your damn kids. I mean, what the fuck is some rims, man? Anybody
Hey,
can take them off your car. Yo,
but
come on,
listen,
man.
the idea that, like I said, that's what we're saying about the idea, the formula
it's
of
just
us thinking the street shit. And listen, the street shit is only a mentality, as Angry Mike is saying, used to suppress us
To keep
truly
us
becoming
down.
to keep us down, man.
Absolutely.
It's not even,
Absolutely.
and what I'm saying, that's what I was saying from the beginning. Like, yo, people don't want to lose that shit because they've, other than black people, the culture of being hard and being ready to murder has been something that we have been fitted with, not even something who that we are. And now it's people that have to walk with it because they look at it as, well, we're gonna get paid to be this, so why not be this? You know what I'm saying? You don't
You know
look
what? Check
at
this out. I got one, Dan. Check this out. If y'all murderers, man, and y'all gangsters, why is cops killing black women in the street and black kids? If y'all murderers, man, and you gangsters, man, then why is there black CDB still, man? There should be no man beating on no woman if y'all gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't getting started,
because
man.
the whole idea of
But see, you
gangster
speak.
is,
But see, you speaking logically, but everybody not doing.
I
it.
mean, because
Okay, so then again, that's our responsibility. Why are we supporting some bullshit that we know ain't gonna do nothing but kill us in the long run?
and that's what I was saying.
Instruments of our own death.
That's what I was saying.
Because
Mike.
everybody's doing their own thing, man, and it's not. That's the problem. It's not a unified. It's good to say do this, do that, but it's too many leaders, man. And it's too
No,
many
listen,
people trying to be a
Don,
leader.
listen. The
So I
point
think
ain't
it's enough.
everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody is falling in line to that bullshit remedy that black people have to fight, be violent, and murder each other just to get respect. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of it. They ain't about what everybody thinking. No, everybody in a generation is thinking the same way. If I got a beef with a nigga, I'ma kill him. That's the problem. We need people to think different. We need people to be separate in thought and be like, yo, does that shit really make sense that I gotta go do that?
Dan, let me ask you, you and Gotti, interesting question. So because we say nigga. Does that make it easier for you to kill somebody? Because here's the thing, right? If I say, hey, man, I'll kill you, my brother. That shit just kind of takes the fucking effect away, right? But it's real easy for me to say, nigga, I'll fuck you up. Nigga,
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, that's a part of
it's just a
fucking
mentality, right?
yeah, it's a
that's a mentality
mentality.
thing.
That's programmed more than anything. That's programmed that they were baking it
So
in.
maybe we should start there.
Again, that's another one of those things where this people can say it, that people can say it. It's always confusing for everything. Like that could be a bad word. That could be a good word. It's cool here. It's just so many rules. People have to. People try to go by that makes shit confusing.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, that's why it could be simplified if they just fucking take a time to think on their own. You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers out here falling into that. This is what we have to be. Who the fuck said that? And you know what? Over the weekend, it was also a young man. I can't remember his name right now. I just always look at headlines that was killed, and his parents found his body. I think it was in Louisiana, and it was a woman that was killed black woman that was killed in Texas. That shit gets no media attention. Don't get shit on social media. Every once in a while, people that's considered woke post some shit that's other than what goes on. But you know what I'm saying? We gotta ourselves really think, just like Mike said, get out the motherfucking matrix, man. Get out the programming. Black men stop thinking that you gotta not only be rich, but you got to be able to swap knuckles and shoot it out with any nigga in the street just to be respected. That shit ain't got nothing to do with respect. Nothing.
Yo, you know what? Piggybacking on what you just said. Hey, my brothers, rich ain't shit. You want wealth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
Rich
and
ain't
your work,
shit.
right.
That's a surgery from you being middle class, man.
Yeah, I mean, but
Residual wealth.
Well, once you become a point where people, you making money, as a person, you basically, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But you don't get, once you get to that level, what I'm saying is you got to, is what they say, I knew I became a man when I put away childish things. You got to let that shit go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Children can fight. You know why? Because if you see two kids fighting, the worst you're going to get is some scrapes, some cuts, and some bruises. When you get old enough to start, you know what I'm saying, now we ain't kids no more. You know what I'm saying? So put away the mentality, not just the guns. Put away the mentality that you can't take an ass whooping, that you can't do whatever it is you got to do to gain respect, and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people like, man, don't nobody want to take a loss. Don't nobody want to do this. But a
motherfucker will take loss to the police all day.
Yeah.
Like I said, man,
motherfuckers can have a Klan rally all fucking day in somebody's city.
Yeah, it's the confusion. What's the man?
Man.
The dude that killed Trayvon, he's still walking around. I'm just saying, like
he's still absolutely, Gotti, absolutely.
Like we going by these, nobody really going by him.
So I'm gonna say it again. There ain't no street.
Nope, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's just
miss me with that, man.
If
some niggas going backwards in time, man. Let's call it what the fuck it is.
If you're watching this, you young dude, whatever, you get and listen to what we saying, yo. It's no such, that shit is not real.
Stop enslaving yourself.
Right, the street that you claiming is not real. It is actually just
you don't even own the fucking street.
It's a
you don't even own the street. You shooting up a place where your mama rent.
Not even
the fuck out of here, man.
And then when you go other places and you dying for a street that's you ain't even near or no longer really
not even your block. Not even your block.
You dying. I mean, like I said, that young brother was from Chicago, went and got into some shit in Atlanta and got killed. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta start thinking about this. Like, damn, I traveled all these hundreds of miles to go somewhere where I left getting shot. I had to worry about bullets and came to another place where I died from bullets. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, we gotta wake. I mean, now we
gotta take care of each other, man. Everybody.
And Don, Mike, that's what I go back to what I was saying about the comedy part. We have to be able to sit up and take our medicine. If somebody died with some dumb shit, and somebody stand up and say, "Yo, you died. That dude died over some dumb shit." You got to take it and really absorb it.
That's insane. You can't do that because here's the thing, man. I got people that I love, and some of them make stupid fucking decisions. And if something happened to them and the consequences are death, I still ain't trying to hear nobody tell me nothing about them. Because in my heart, you don't understand them like I love them. So that's insensitive. That we can't go about it like that. What I feel like we got to stop supporting the things that lead to our death.
But you have to speak. You'll still have to speak on it. If some people say, "Yo, why y'all ain't supporting that shit no more?" You can be like, "Cause
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it got to be somebody to stand up and say, "Yo, that shit is dumb. That shit is not thought. Put more thought into what you're doing and how you live." And for people to sit up and say, "Man, that's hating, that's wrong." No, you got to really take that in, because if you really think about it, it's senseless. So if somebody say, "Man, that shit it's the words." I mean, not dumb. Okay, maybe not dumb, but it was senseless, because people are more acceptable to using that word. It was a senseless killing. You know what I'm saying? The whole act of what happened is considered senseless, because to us, like we're saying here, once you get to this certain level where you honestly don't have to be that person anymore, because everybody know the streets are the streets. I'm not saying the streets are not going to be relevant, or that's not how you're going to be able to come up, because for a lot of us, that's how we came up. I'm saying once you get to a certain level where that shit ain't needed no more, then let that shit be what it is, because here's the thing.
If you're trying to make money in the street, then why you publicizing that? Gangsters don't publicize shit, because there's a thing called the fucking feds, and they watch Facebook and all that. So that's just crazy.
Hey,
it's
you
not-
I agree with you, Gotti.
it's
It
not
doesn't
real, but-
exist anymore,
but-
man. It
hey,
doesn't
listen,
exist.
hey, but and
But
speaking of
it
that,
is, but it is what people gravitate more towards. I mean, it's a lot of ignorance all across the
But
board.
that's because we don't have no control over the culture, and we got no knowledge of stuff. Here's the thing: if you look at the three of us talking, why are we able to have this conversation? One, we was raised by somebody that's strong mentally, that say, "Listen, I don't want you to just go out there and die." Or some of us had OGs. It's like, man, hey, look, nigga, you ain't no gangster. You a mathematician. I'll beat your ass if you come out here again. You know, like love, man. Our
Hey,
community
listen.
we ain't no community. We gotta have more love in the community.
and you know what? That's been discussed many a times with even the youngins and the what they call them jits or whatever the fuck, and the OGs is that they be like, yo, we can't fucking really follow y'all lead because we ain't feeling y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the OGs is like, how the fuck you ain't feeling me? And the only thing you doing is the same shit I'm doing. You just doing it in a more high tech or digital age. Like, nigga, we was really knocking motherfuckers out, knocking motherfuckers off. The thing about it is, thank God it wasn't no social media and no camera seeing the dirt we was doing. So most of us got away with it. Y'all motherfuckers is
I don't know
doing shit.
about that. I'm a pacifist.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that's real OG talk. You know what I'm saying? Some people tell you that. But now you live in a day and age where a fight break out, somebody, at least 4 or 5 motherfuckers gonna break out with a phone. Then shots break out, so automatically right in there, you dead weight. You can't even say I didn't do it because everybody seen your shit, and by the time you was in the getaway car, you was on motherfucking at least 1 million streams. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit. That's what I mean. Like even the gangster mentality, like you were saying, as the false gangster mentality, is not even working with the times. Like
Right.
you almost got to be a digital gangster because besides that, you going down.
That
Ain't
shit
shit
never
else you
work.
can do.
That shit
don't never work.
it never really worked. Even when it
You
appeared
gotta
to
be
be working.
digital gangsters. Niggas gotta start
But you
shutting
don't
down.
see
niggas.
somebody physically. That's the problem there.
Yeah, right.
That keyboard gangster shit is all good till you see a motherfucker at the local Walmart.
And that's how it's really starting. You know, everybody going on the gram or Twitter or whatever, saying something about a motherfucker. And like you said, I guarantee you, if people started waiting more and more to see someone and tell them how they express how they felt on some shit, instead of just lighting them up on Instagram or whatever the fuck, and then it turned to all out war before you see each other, that shit would be arranged different. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, like I said, man, black
Motherfuckers want
folks,
that
man.
publicity, man. You
Yeah,
want to
that's
have
what
a
you get.
problem and get somebody on your side because your problem ain't legit.
And
You know what I'm saying? When you got a legit problem with somebody, you don't need to address it with nobody but that person. I promise.
I mean, you got motherfuckers that say MC Hammer stepped to him behind the scenes. Now, you
And you
want
never
some
heard a word
gangster
about that shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
You want to hear some gangster shit? This motherfuckers that say, yo,
Absolutely.
what'd you say, Don?
I said, yeah, you never knew that shit.
Yeah, motherfuckers that real live rappers came and say, yo, I diss Hammer. I went out to Oakland. I turned around. Hammer was there, but about 50 niggas. It was like, yeah, what was that you said?
And popular.
You was like, MC
straight up.
Hammer called me backstage?
Now you sitting there apologizing.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, Hammer got the Red Man.
Right.
Red Man told me this shit. He dissed him and shit. Said something about his mama, yo. MC Hammer wanted to know what was popping.
He said Hammer pulled up on him at a show in Oakland with like 50 niggas and said was like, yo, what's good? Like, so so when you say gangster, you know what I'm saying? That's what you mean.
And he one of them dudes. I mean, actually he did start showing that shit a little bit with the Death Row joint. But before then, you wouldn't have known that he did that type of shit.
Right.
Everything was positive.
Because you know why? Because Hammer kept it gangster. You know what I'm saying? Gangster and the gentleman. I'll dance and I'll spin around and make millions of dollars from these white folks. But I dare you say my name in the streets. And I'm really there. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're saying. Nowadays, the younger generation mixing that shit up. Go ahead. What you got, Dom?
No, I said we about to jump to this pun and then we out, man.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, go ahead, Dom. You know, we just get to talk about some. I mean, that's just a fact.
Hey, no, it's actually good that you here, Mike. You know my man Pun, his birthday today, actually. He's born in 71, November 10th.
Christopher Lee Rios, that was the Punisher.
I think we did a Taco Tuesday on Big Pun, if I'm not mistaken.
That's one of my favorite MCs right there, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad we on here, man.
Hey, Pun was
Did in
real
the
too.
middle of little Italy, little
Hey.
do we know that we middles and middle didn't do
Hey.
yeah, that shit's hard.
Yo, it was been confirmed. People don't know, but Big Pun chased Jay-Z around couches and table and shit in his own club and shit.
Big Pun was very serious out there.
Yeah, he was serious. Like for
Very
real
serious
serious.
out
People, a
there.
lot of people, Jay-Z ain't never come out and
Hey,
say it. But
the Terrence
Why would
Squad was about it. The Terrence Squad period was about that shit, man.
they said,
Yeah.
yeah, he had Jay, but that's how it is.
Yeah,
That's the game. Fat Joe and Jay-Z ain't beefing by now. It's
Yeah,
that
they
shit
good
is all
at
settled.
this
But
point. But yeah, I heard about that shit, man. But
yeah,
what's your favorite Pun album, man?
the first one, Capital Punishment. Oh my God.
Capital Punishment.
Capital-
That shit rocked from start to
Hey,
finish.
Yeah, baby was amazing. But
That was good
Capital
too.
Punishment-
It was great.
I liked Endangered Species too, even though he
Yeah.
really didn't have a hand in it like he should have.
Yeah,
But I like the
Yeah.
I mean, that was some
commemoration
shit
of it.
that was some shit they just put together, man. It
yeah.
wasn't
No,
really-
his real shit. Yeah. You can. I
Baby.
rocked. Yeah, baby.
Cause he just
That
made
motherfucker-
it. Yeah, baby. He had just made that shit before he died. And he
Went
probably
down.
and the Dangerous Pieces probably had some extra shit.
Right,
That
but that
was
motherfucking
hanging around.
Just a
Capital
couple extra little
Punishment.
freestyles he had before people hadn't heard.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Capital. I'm telling you, Capital. My
Shit,
first
I heard him
Capital
on.
Punishment.
I heard him on this what's his name? Flesh and Bone. I heard him on the Flesh and Bone joint. Him and Joe. I was like, damn. I didn't know they was doing that joint.
Yo,
Like, first
Pun.
that shit was hard.
Pun.
Hey, I checked
serious.
that out. I heard, you know the name of it?
It was just and they actually. I'll tell you the name. I'll probably. Just ask me. I'll tell you the name.
Your message it to me so I can hear that, man.
It's
Hey, yo.
the first Flesh and Bone. And him and Joe on that joint. Joe on the joint. That's that hardcore crack.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, it wasn't
hip hop.
it
This
wasn't-
listen,
I was
hip
like,
hop.
dang.
Hip hop
man.
at his. Yo, Big Pun. Listen, he really, you know what I'm saying, took. I don't even know if to say Spanish or Puerto. He didn't. But Big Pun just took lyrics itself and rap to another level. That
First,
you know what
but
I'm
he
saying.
got to go.
You know what I'm saying? Platinum. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he took rap to a different level with his lines and delivery. Pun, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it this way. You know how they say, Eminem, the bad whitest white boy, with the lines and lyrics. Like, Pun put that type of influence on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pun, oh my God. Pun and Eminem on the jump. Oh my
That
God.
would be, yeah. Because I was one of those rappers.
That was
I don't know that would happen.
You don't
what?
think so? You don't think so?
Pun with
I
a
don't
big
think they're the same kind of people. I don't think they're the same kind of people.
Man, you crazy, yo, and not you crazy. But
think of that.
I'm just saying. Listen, hey, Pun would definitely done a joint with Eminem, bro. Because I don't think
I don't
Pun.
know.
What issue would Pun have with Eminem? You know what I'm saying? You got to think
I
about the time
mean,
Eminem.
I just don't think. I don't know. I just don't think it'll mesh.
Yo, Pun.
The way they rhyme.
Yeah, he did it.
I mean, I like to hear it. But
That's a tough one, man. You got me thinking. Like, what reason would Pun have not to just get out there and smash shit with M? And I think Pun would have did it just for the lyrical, just to like, hold up, wait a minute, you ain't gonna. You think Pun ain't got it? And that's what I think he would have done. Anybody who been considered a top lyricist, 2000, even because Pun was rocking before Eminem really burst on the scenes in the 2000s. But
what would they talk about? What would they talk about on the track?
Oh, any fucking thing.
What they talk about?
Pun take anything, rapping, how they rapping skills is. You know what I'm saying? Just straight.
Whatever the song
Man,
is.
come on.
Okay, then. So here's my next question. Here's my next question. Who would own that track?
That's what me and Don saying, bro. That would be a mind-blowing experience.
You say who will own it?
Yeah, who would own that? Who would take that here? Let me steal your shit, Gotti.
You got
Who
M.
would take that L? Who would take that L?
I don't. That's what I
Oh
would
no,
like
man.
to see.
And that's a
That's
question
a
I
rough
have,
one.
man. A question I was going to ask is Big Pun in your top 5?
Absolutely.
All right, how Pun look at
Of lyricists, of the lyricist list.
how Pun looking against the rest of your top 5?
He looking strong, bro.
Mm.
Pun, because listen, Pun still gave you what it ain't so hard. He gave you I ain't a player, but I don't crush it. Like he turned that into a household saying. Anytime you're a rapper and people take anything from your verse and turn it into a household saying, you got it. I don't even know anybody.
Nah, because if that's the case, then you got to say
It
Lil
ain't too many
Boosie
people
is a lyricist.
Huh? Lil
You
Boosie.
got to say Soulja Boy is a lyricist. Then
No, I said no. I'm talking about a line, not a song. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. They still ain't have what I'm talking about with pun with as far as that. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
I think your presentation was bad.
Yeah, I mean, because really, Soulja Boy don't have a line. He might got sing a song you can sing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a saying. It's different than a saying. What song do Soulja Boy have where his name, his what he said became a household word or saying?
You
No,
like that
ain't nobody
Soulja
got
Boy.
no birthday. Ain't nobody talking to their girl and be like, yeah, you ain't nobody. Come on, bro. In regular conversations, people have said, I ain't a player, but I crush a lot. That shit just rolls off the tongue. Certain shit. I don't mean so. I ain't mean like that. I mean literally, like Cash
Nah, I'm
Money
just
with
fucking
bling
with you.
bling.
That
You know what I'm saying? Certain shit, certain words that people turn
top
into a
lyricist
household
there.
shit. Huh?
So you got
Cash
different
Money,
lists, man.
top lyricist.
So you said you got
Right.
different.
Baby on my top 5 lyricists.
Nah, I ain't no, I ain't fucking with Baby. Talk about Baby on the top 5. He ain't gonna give Pun that type of respect and then say Baby on the top 5. Game spitter. Hey, you know what? We should come up with a
That nigga
top
ain't
5.
even on that list.
Listen, no, we should really. Hey, Don,
Come
you know
on, you
what?
got
I'm
Too
gonna try
Short,
to.
you got, you know what I'm saying, Goody
I'm gonna
Mob.
come. Yo,
You know,
we
we gonna
need to
talk
come
game
up with
spitting, Pepsi.
game spinner. We need to come up with a top 5 game spitter. Not no lyricists, not no
UGK,
rapper
A-Ball and
live.
MJG.
Well, no, they was rappers though. A-Ball MJG rap. They
Them is
wasn't no
game
game.
spitting rappers, yo. Those are game spitting rappers.
Nah.
Like Too Short, man. Those are game spitting
Listen.
rappers, man.
Too Short is. You know why Too Short is a game spitting rapper? Because his
Cause that
bars were
nigga spit
consistent.
game.
But listen, no. But also his delivery was the same for 20 years. He really was talking to you. He wasn't rapping. He was just really talking
Man,
to
listen,
you on
I
track.
know 3 niggas in Spark City that tried to become pimps after hearing Too Short in the 90s.
No, because he was talking to people. If you listen to Too Short raps, he was like, I was walking down the street and I seen the fly little chick, she was looking at me. That's some shit you be like, yeah, that really happened. So a macker told her she can get in the ride. You be like, yeah, that did happen.
Nigga, you
That
sound
happened to
just
me.
like this motherfucker.
Yeah. You got the cadence and everything.
That's a
Hey, that
great
told you that's Too Short.
impersonation.
Hey, that's Too
fucking
Short. Told her to
fantastic,
get in
man.
the ride. Checked up the deuce, then I started to slide. You be like, back
Yeah,
it
that's
up.
it. That's
You be like, what? That's game
that's
split.
it.
See,
Yeah, you did
you
that.
ain't have. It was no. You know, a good game spinner don't even have to give you bars that it's no rhyme. They just talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dan,
Hey.
what you know about this right here, man? Too Hard to Swallow. UGK, November
Oh
10th,
yeah.
92. What you know about it?
Come on, bro. That was my rest in peace. I love me some Pimp C, bro. He was another game spinner.
See, I like Bun B
was a
better than I
rapper.
like Pimp C.
Right. Bun B was a lyricist. Bun B would give
I
you some
think
shit. You be like, oh,
yeah. Bunna bust your ass.
hey, and even Pimp C said it though.
Bun's
Pimp C was
really
like, he said,
overrated, got it? That's a fact.
Huh?
yeah,
You say what?
Bun,
Bun
he
B
says,
is very underrated, man.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Hey,
I say it was
I remember,
overrated.
I remember when
Okay, I
on
got
a
you.
verse, at the end of the verse, Pimp C was like, I got $100,000 on Bun B against any nigga out here. Hey, Bun B but I'm just saying, but I love my man. I love on every track was Pimp C, because you know what? Like my man Angry Mike said, he was game spitter. Hey, Dom, maybe next Taco Tuesday, we need to come up with a top 10 or top 5 game spitting rappers that ain't even had
Yeah,
the
we can do
shit
that.
ain't even had to have nothing. No, even the shit ain't have to have no real rhyming words, no complex patterns of rhyme, just a motherfucker telling
Yeah.
you how it was.
Yeah, we
I
can do
had a
that.
conversation with somebody the other day, man, and we was talking about top 5 and why LL is never on nobody's list.
Hey, dude, we said this on the show. A lot of people leave him out.
And I don't even know why.
And that should not be done.
And I think it's accidental.
Nah,
You know why?
I think it's accidental. It is. 'Cause when I start thinking about it, I think it's accidental. I don't think people just when you start saying, "Oh, damn, LL," he's just like another
You know why
type of
people
rapper.
forget LL? Because he got to a point in his career where he wasn't looked at as a rapper.
See,
That's what
I don't feel like that. I never felt like that. What I think is he been around so long, you forget to mention him. He's got that much
That's what I said.
longevity.
But that's what I said.
that's what Don said.
See, I think of somebody like, because I always put Rakim in my top 5 and shit. But
you got to listen to what I'm saying.
But
Look at it this way.
LL from is he top 5. He
LL is the GOAT because he been making records longer than I think he's the only person that made. There's no other rapper really in history that have made records as long as LL in the music business. But I'm just saying,
but it might be
some of the type of records that people kind of sleep on them too.
Because I think it's a lot of hate for LL because he was able to transition.
That's what, Mike.
So
that's
you
what
look at him more as a
Mike. That's what I was saying, Mike. Listen, that's what I said.
Am I repeating you niggas? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mike. That's what I said.
I'm missing something. My fault. I agree with you.
LL is not looked at anymore as a rapper, and that's why he gets overlooked.
And I accidentally leave him off of my list until I think about it. Like, damn, we keep forgetting about L. This nigga on here.
I don't accidentally leave that nigga off the list. I feel like he should be mentioned. Okay, he should be the 6th man.
He's most honorable mentions. He's like one of
absolutely because you can't say that every time LL come, he come with that thing. Now he may sell records every time.
No. I think he comes with it on a. You put him on a posse track, he coming. Now he might do some shit where he tries.
I agree. If you put him on a track with some other niggas, you gonna know LL's a goat. You gonna know it then.
Hey, what's that joke? What's the joke with Keith Murray? That's my shit right there, man.
I shot you.
Oh man, he's on that joke.
Hey, listen, but one thing about LL, like I said, you can put him on a track with somebody right now. LL gonna give you bars. People don't think about it. And like I said, people just don't look at LL anymore as a rapper, and that's why he doesn't get that credit because he transitioned back in the early. You gotta think most people who think of rap now as top 5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They aren't going to go.
That's really not. That's not a big enough list, really, to try to narrow it down without saying, okay, the '80s top 5, okay, the '90s top 5. Trying to narrow down top 5 greatest of all time without stipulating stuff like album sales, impact, lyricism. You can't really do that without being unfair to somebody. Because where's Busta Rhymes at? Busta Rhymes should be in everybody's top 5.
And you know what? Busta, and me and my wife just had this discussion, bro. She don't like when I say sorry, babes, but I say the same thing. People don't understand, Busta Rhymes been around since like 93, 94.
Yeah.
It is
that same era as LL, man. We're talking about a 5-year difference.
Right. He's been out since 91. You're right, because the first the Scenario remix when his ass was out.
No. Niggas are New School.
Was 91. The Scenario remix was 92. Right. Leaves a New School. Now, me and my brother used to bust. You always listen to Busta, and them even since them days. We telling our age, but like I'm saying, that's a 30-year run. You know why Busta don't get left off of people's list on top 5 only because the
list not big enough, man. It's actually hard. It's actually hard to see. I respect motherfuckers like I put Kane and Rakim in my top 5 off of straight respect. But if I go for my like completely in my era, it'll be a little slightly different.
But like I'm with Mike though, we got to go with if you giving anybody the GOAT in any other category, music, arts, basketball, you giving them the GOAT based off their entire body of work as the
whole thing.
See, I don't have my list don't include. My list is one list. I don't have no different lists.
And listen, here's the thing: if we gonna go off everything, like the quintessential full MC, you can't put Rakim on the list. You got to take him off the list. You got to take KRS-One off the list. There's a lot of people you got to take off that list because they got an 80s impact. They got a start of rock impact.
I got you.
So,
but my list
That's what's the LL, bro.
Definitely
Nobody
gonna be
else.
complicated.
Yeah.
To me, it's LL. You want to give the GOAT up, it's going to be LL to me because he made music at the same time in which these guys came out and some of them before, and he still is. He might not be relevant as music as like he could sell I don't know if LL put out a single right now. I guarantee you he'd have sell 1 million copies.
I guess you know what, and I hate to say this, man, but you're right. If we got to go with a #1 greatest of all time, it's got to be LL.
LL could sell records in so many different places.
I wouldn't even argue with L, man. I wouldn't.
It would have to be L.
He can back up that shit. He can actually back up. He actually went against rappers. He actually bust some asses. Like he been on tracks with some of the best.
Actually, would come back every time with something hard. Made the crossover money and still respected in the street. The chicks love him. You know what I mean? He's solid. You ain't never heard about LL doing no fuck shit and no funny shit. You know,
or getting involved in no super funny shit. Only thing he had was like cheap
Jamie Foxx.
shit, regular.
Oh yeah, Jamie Foxx, beating Jamie Foxx ass.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen, yeah. So like I said, when you start saying top 5, I mean, that's
it's a hard list.
We gotta start going top 5 genres. You can't say top 5. I would say top 5 by the year is the best way of y'all I've ever heard.
You gotta add criteria, man. If you're gonna keep it to 5, there's got to be, different criteria for whatever list you using.
But your list gonna be your list, either way it goes.
But here's the thing, though, right? If you don't know nothing about hip hop, you shouldn't be in this fucking conversation. If you can't talk about Crush Groove up to Drake, then I don't know what kind of what you adding to this conversation, because you're not hip hop.
You can't completely say that because
Don, in any other field, in any other field, whether it be art, if you don't have the formal background of anything, you cannot be considered what am I saying? An formidable person to speak on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
a connoisseur.
You can't.
You know what, guys?
If you don't even know
it's perfect. It's perfect.
If you don't
know why I don't talk about football with you niggas, because I don't watch it consistently like y'all do.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you, and not even that, you got no history.
But I am gonna say, even for
agree.
For a younger person, they're gonna have a different list than us, because some of that shit they just ain't feeling it. They didn't live it.
But that's what I'm saying. And that's what Mike's saying. They list ain't valid. You don't have a valid list if your list is not including, because most of the artists that if you say you're 25 years old, right? You ain't really even understood music in a sense till maybe 6 or 7, where that shit really start making sense. It's no artist that
think that rap started with fucking gangster rap. Depending on what era you come from,
you think Tupac. Would you think Tupac was the one who started gangster rap? When you ask someone like, yeah, I listen to Tupac, you know why they can't go back further than Tupac? Because they don't research it. So you can't walk into an art gallery and look at a piece of art and say something about that, but don't know shit about the 1718 painting hanging on the wall in the back. The people in the art gallery gonna be like, only thing you know is this. You ain't aficionado, but you're not an aficionado.
But that's
here's a napkin, paint on that.
That's what it is, dog.
But that's their rules, man. I mean,
Yeah, I understand what you said, but
because if you start moving forward,
wait a minute. Let's go back to the. This go back to the fuck conversation. We accept that bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's sitting here and you know everything from the Fu-Schnickens through Lauryn Hill all the way up to fucking Lil Yachty, which is why we don't accept some of the newer shit. It ain't authentic to us. So now, why we letting somebody who think Tekashi 6ix9ine is a real MC? That's fucking crazy. That's disrespect to the culture.
You gotta respect.
I guarantee you.
You gotta respect their shit though, man. At the end of the day,
I do not.
I'm saying you don't have to agree with their list, but at the same token, everybody ain't gonna go back. It's called from DJ Cool Herc and shit. Everybody not going. Everybody not
Okay,
going.
then. So then, how can you say that you love the again? I'm gonna go back to the same argument. When y'all talk about football, I don't even get involved with that. When y'all talk about the new basketball people, I don't watch it. It's not entertaining to me. I don't get involved.
Yeah, but everybody can't go back in the 20. Everybody can't go back in the 20s and the 60s.
But nigga, this is the age of information. You can go look at anything.
Right. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, actually, you can go back and look at stuff like that.
But
Absolutely.
you don't have to. I'm just saying you don't have to go back in the 20s to say who you think. I'm saying who you think the best is.
But what me and Mike are saying is, for you to actually have a valid opinion, it's important that you do. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson.
How are you living in opinion? Agreed.
Mike Tyson was like, yo, I'm a boxing historian. He can tell you about a fight that happened in 1923. That don't mean, and you be like, Mike, you the best fight ever. He be like, no, Jack Johnson.
Nope.
He said he fought 52 rounds.
Because he understands the game he talking about. I completely agree with you too, Ken. Damn. I watched him, who was that, Sugar Ray Leonard? And he broke down in tears, man, because he understands the art of fighting.
Right. So you got rappers now that don't respect the art of hip hop and rapping because they're not even taking their time to do the fucking, because you know what they're looking at it is, I ain't gotta really, why the fuck do I gotta go back and even listen to fucking Public Enemy?
I'm making money now.
I can make it right. And that's that which, and no matter who you are at that point, black or white, you're a culture vulture because you really not, as Mike's saying, is you're not taking in the part in the culture of hip hop, you just taking from it.
But see, that's our. But again, that's our rule. That don't mean that they not going by our rule.
That ain't our rule. But listen, that's not our rule.
But it's our culture. Hold on. Let me throw this one out though, because Donnie, you like to play devil's advocate a lot. But that's our culture that we allow somebody to stipulate for us. Right. You know, we shouldn't be having a conversation about Tekashi 6ix9ine. That shouldn't even be allowed in rap.
Yo, listen, but let me tell you some wild shit. Tekashi 6ix9ine, they showed a shit on Instagram where he was interviewing with Angie Martinez, and Angie Martinez asked him, and this is what I mean by, even though I don't fuck with him, I fucks with him. Angie Martinez asked him, how serious does he take his craft as an artist? He looked her straight in the face and say, I don't take this shit serious at all. He's like, I just do this shit because it's a mean that, you know what I'm saying, get bread. He was like, let me tell you something. He was like, I went in the studio and he had his man with him. He kicked the line. He was like, I me Fifi, she be Fiki, suck me, wee or pee, whatever the fuck he said for that line with Nicki Minaj. He was like, yo, that shit sounds stupid. And somebody was like, Karis One. He was like, right, Karis One of them somewhere, they shaking their head like, what the fuck? He was like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. He was like, it's exploitation, and a lot of people know that going to, and like Mike said, maybe not me and you, but he's saying as a culture, we accept it that are going up and brazenly
disrespecting our culture. I got you, Dan.
And saying, yo, I'm doing this shit just for money. Fuck the culture, and everybody sit and laugh with him instead of somebody saying, man, yo, get the fuck out of here. We reject your deposit. We become into a society where we don't even want to say that.
Where did that go to?
Hey, but actually, it's no way to actually control the culture because the people that actually buying the records are not us. So that's why we ain't gonna never be able to completely control it.
But listen, we can control it. But it's a mindset. We controlled it from the beginning. The streets told people what the fuck was going on at first. It was more of a broadcast.
It's like us now, man. And with the music shit, everybody put age on everything, man. Motherfuckers saying old heads, this old heads. That's like it's always this argument I hear where they say the Rockers can be 8 years old and they still got the same fan base. It's like we turn our back on people.
So, Gotti, you go for that? You go for that old age, man? You let the young boys can tell you that you.
I'm not saying I go for it, but I'm just saying the stuff that the people that buy the albums are actually not in the culture. And on top of that, so that's why I say we don't. It ain't really no way to completely control the culture.
Well, the thing is, if we start checking the artists and be like, yo, if you actually take and put some time into this shit, we ain't gonna sit up there and say your shit is good. It's like It's a
Yeah, but it's
directive,
not.
right?
But I'm saying it's not us. It's white kids and
Listen,
somewhere else.
if we tell white kids in middle Americas put on dashikis and afro picks to match their Jordans, because that's the
They
coolest shit you
coming.
ever done, they gonna do it.
They coming.
We had them rocking motherfucking saggy pants and baseball hats backwards. We
They
made them do
coming.
that. So anything that we control, they're going to do. We just got it under the mindset that they're controlling us. It's a mentality that Mike has been speaking of.
Embrace your power.
Some of us
But
are
we
being
do-
tricked
but-
into think
but-
that we don't have
yeah,
the
but-
control.
Yeah, but I keep saying, but look at us. We not buying that shit, right? We not buying
No.
the 6ix9ines and shit.
No.
So, I'm just saying. So we are using our power to not buy shit, but at the same token, you got other motherfuckers that don't give a fuck. They don't care about this shit. They don't care about this shit.
Well,
So
you know,
say
they
they-
said, what was that old general gave that speech? I mean, well, I think it was fun. Said, how many? Well, Mike or someone said, I forgot where I heard it, but he was like, they asked, how many of you are brave enough to fight for what you believe? And people was like, he said, well, how many people are you ready to
Willing
kill
to
for what
die.
you believe? But yeah, how many people willing to die? And they said, well, how many people are willing to turn around and kill a person behind you for it? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody was scared to even turn around and look behind, because the sacrifice it really took to get them where they had to go. Some people ain't really willing to do that shit, and we making it hard. I mean, on ourselves for that shit. Then listen, I'm not saying don't get your money, but I don't.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, do that.
What I'm saying, I'm not saying don't get your money. I'm not saying don't exploit a situational world that's going to exploit you. But at the same time, don't exploit your people and then be upset when shit happens to you amongst your own people, because white boys don't listen to rap music and feel like they can go and whoop a nigga ass and shoot him.
Yeah.
They listen to some country music. Black people listen to rap music and think we can go whoop another nigga ass and shoot him because that's what we listening to. They listening to that shit, but they know damn sure not to come and try us with it. They ain't even trying it on their own folks.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not even gonna say nigga, man.
Right. They will rap the whole song and say and won't say nigga because they know it's around you.
Yeah,
because it's fucked up. You see what I'm saying? And that's the point.
Yeah, if they hear that shit, they honestly when I be playing like when I be driving and shit, I be hearing them play like some rap music and shit, and you know that nigga word coming up. You know they try to.
I can see your ass over there staring like here too. This is shady shit, man.
I wish, but and like I said, we have to really learn to control the narrative, because honestly, the rappers that's considered conscious are the ones that's winning awards, that's actually going to places where people would call it a sellout or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to places where people are actually looking at them for the value of what they're saying more than anything else. Just some people on certain levels. It's that hood shit, man. It's the hood mentality.
There it is right there, man.
But
that's again, man, Dan, that's what we accept, man, again, right? Because now
we shouldn't accept it. I mean,
case in points, right? All right, everybody in here, y'all got sons. Dottie, I know you got a son. Dan, you got a son?
I got a stepson.
All right, are you going to promote him to the gangster life?
Fuck no.
Absolutely, because we fucking know better. We ain't gonna accept nobody putting that shit in there. Because we love them enough that we ain't gonna allow it. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, our community don't love each other no more, man, because that's how we train.
And then the music, and what the music doing is even for those brothers, because it is brothers out there that didn't get love, didn't get acceptance when they needed it. I'm not saying we're not saying the niggas are so dumb and ignorant they turned away from people that cared about them, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there being situations dealing with shit that just don't have it. My initial thing is, once you get to a level where you finding the success and not even the fake love, I'm talking about the real love and success from your family, that shit has to be enough to make you say, all right, you know what? It's time to put that shit aside, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying with music as far as rap. And that goes back even to the old school rappers. LL wasn't no gangster rappers. So motherfuckers was like, man, we ain't looking at LL as being no hard. We ain't respecting LL.
They actually started, and that was back in the day. They started turning on them.
But in actuality, LL was working out and hitting the heavy bag. So wasn't nobody stepping to him in the street and calling them no motherfucking ladies, man, because they ain't want to get put to sleep. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. It's a
So I'm
it's
saying
a whole.
I'm saying the culture turns their back on artists,
Yeah.
and that's
Hey,
why
you
people
right.
end up just saying fuck because when Public Enemy was out, they was fucking turning their back on L. L was like he was looked at as differently. That's why he came back with the mom
You know
said
what?
knock you out.
And you right about that, Don. Yeah, I will honestly, that was a good point. The OGs of hip hop definitely can't complain too much about that shit because they started it. The diss records and all that shit started the whole era of, but we got.
It's like Hammer. What Hammer do? What the fuck
It
Hammer
evolved.
do, man?
It
Hammer
evolved
ain't do
from
shit
diss
to nobody.
records. Right. It evolved from diss records to let's make this shit a whole lifestyle. I
But
mean,
you know
that
what though, Gotti? That's the thing. Hammer was perceived as weak because of how he made his money.
Right.
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 And
You
that
know
was a
what I'm
smart
saying?
choice on Hammer.
But it's like I'm just saying,
Absolutely.
this culture changes. That's all. I mean, culture changes.
Man, it's culture vultures, man, that look like us. Because here's the thing: if you got somebody and you promoting the wrong thing to them, but you won't promote it to your own damn kid, we need to get rid of your fucking ass.
And then you don't change the tune when you actually get to a point to say, you know what, that was
you
me.
got to go.
But you know what?
Got to go.
I'm done with that shit. You got motherfuckers now that still rapping, been in the game for 20 years, driving Bentleys, Ferraris, dating models and TV actresses, but they still putting out records talking about gangster shit. So you be thinking
your kid to pop pills.
So I'm just saying, y'all niggas out here that's gaining the money and still gaining, want to keep that street notoriety, talking about, now I'm above it, but I get the little homies to bust you, or, you know what I'm saying, still talking about I still ride with it. I got you still promoting the same shit. It don't matter that you already made it. You know what I'm saying? That's why, guys like LL in a nutshell gonna be the GOAT to me, because he did it, but he did it his way. He ain't had to talk about some shit he wasn't really trying to get down with on some real shit to survive and be respected. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point with that shit, man. And we got to start looking toward that shit. Trap music, I'm glad trap music, Chicago, drill music, all that shit. It's all an art form. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from the streets. But when it get to a point with these youngins where they feel like everywhere we go, I got to prove to you that the gun I had in the video is the one I'm gonna shoot you with, and then go to jail with the motherfucker.
Right.
I guess you know what I'm saying. That shit ain't even making sense.
That shit is insane, man.
It's not making sense for you to shoot a video with a gun, then go and shoot somebody with the gun you had in the video, and then wonder why you going to jail talking about somebody snitched on me.
Man, that motherfucker high, dog. Don't nobody with no sense do no shit like that.
And there go the snitch. And there go the snitch turn.
He snitched on me. He snitched on me.
Yeah,
like
it's coming.
He was in a video with 6 machine guns and at least 5 or 6 pistols. Somebody end up dead. You talking about one of them niggas in the video is a rat? No shit.
See, Toucan. See, now I didn't even know about none of this, man. You kind of snitching yourself, man. Stop dry snitching on yourself, man. Stop dry snitching.
No, I don't dry snitch on you. Look, my video don't have listen. Oh yeah, come on, say I can show you the back. Toucan's background is just building. I don't sit out here in front of you. You ain't gonna see no nigga with the Dracos out here like, yeah, this the first nigga. Come out here. Nah. It's nice and quiet out here. Look at my neighborhood. I'm spinning around gleefully.
It looks fucking prestigious, like a very prestigious tournament.
I mean, this the hood, but. Yeah, this the hood.
That right. Did you take that motherfucker right?
I mean, I could just walk out. I could walk out to the end of the steps and give you one of them. Oh, we still in, but like I said, man, I don't want to advertise that shit either. You know what I'm saying? I live in what's considered the hood. I live on 21st and Vietnam, and the Vietnam is not on either side.
I know exactly where you at, man.
I live on Spring. I live on 21st. Everybody know, but I'm just saying.
You know what's funny, man? Your apartments, they used to have them shits in the book. It looked nice as a motherfucker. I'm like, that shit ain't. They had that shit. The apartments look nice. But
they only show you the entrance to the they only show you the entrance to the rental office. That's what you got. When you're in a rough neighborhood, they only show the entrance to the rental office and your apartment guy.
Because them Jones look nice. Them Jones actually look nice and everything. But you make that motherfucking right or left turn, or that one way, it's a wrap.
But it's like I said, man. Hey, it get rough around here. But like I said, man, here on this podcast, you always gonna hear different views, people. I know you be hearing us talk and discuss shit, but this is what we do here. But yeah, man, this shit is real. We just need to stop perpetrating that shit against each other for money. That shit. Now, if you got some outstanding beef, because like I said, human beings are gonna be human beings. Now, something happened on some real shit, on some business shady shit, or something happened, because you can't say grime is grime. We all know that. But this industry, Instagram, let's shoot each other over shit that happened with whatever. If it ain't nothing serious, then don't let it get serious. You know what I'm saying? Just let that shit be what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Just carry yourself like a man. Approach everything like a man. And that's the way to really walk through it.
I ain't beefing with nobody, man. I don't beef with nobody.
No, man, it's all good.
I ain't never had no real
Yo, you know who the fuck I'm beefing with? The IRS, because these niggas taking out a lot of taxes.
And I guarantee you, the IRS will come to your house no matter what.
And I got no wins with them. I got no wins with them motherfuckers.
Hey, it ain't even a project in America. If the IRS come into your neighborhood, ain't a nigga drawing a gun.
It ain't no worries.
If you want the niggas in your neighborhood to go in the house, let the IRS pull up with them jackets on and the FBI. Motherfuckers are not budging. They're gonna be like, you know what? I was feeling hard, but when they pulled up, my grandmama called me for dinner because I don't give a fuck how it is. The tax man is mean. The tax man don't because the tax man is the reason most real gangsters are in jail. I've watched many of my
tax evasion.
Yo, I've been in the house watching that. Yo, I've been watching the History Channel with the mob shit. Yo, listen, before anything, the IRS is what brought down the mafia. It wasn't the FBI.
Well, hold on, wait a minute now. Hold on, Dan. Wait a minute now. Them motherfuckers got together and made new laws. RICO brought all of them people down.
Oh yeah, but you got the RICO Act came back when mobsters like Al Capone and them, you know, they had to make that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. They couldn't catch them in a legit way, so they make up laws, man.
And the thing is, they would always catch them on the racketeering charges because the IRS would go after them for specific businesses, and when they caught dirty paperwork, they'd make the actual accountants and all the people that was clean washing the money flip, or they told them they was going to give them 30 years. But most people was brought down was the IRS because they follow the paper no matter who you are.
Always.
The I, the R, and the S. No, if you want to get to anybody, no matter who it is in the world, follow the money.
Yeah, so the real gangster on the planet is the paper company.
Hey, you couldn't have said it no plainer than that, my brother. The real gangsters got 3 letters. Because I don't care how many. Listen, Al Capone probably was responsible for at least 40 different murders. Okay, not one time did he murder an IRS agent. He went to out of all the beefs he had, Elliot Ness and the IRS put him behind bars when he died of syphilis or some shit. Like so.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can name Lucky Luciano, he fled. Everybody you can, even John Gotti, them boys, the Gambino and the Banana family and all that, they went down for tax evasion. It wasn't the amount of bodies they had in freezers. It was because they forgot to give Uncle Sam his cut. Right. So know that when you're a real gangster, you got your hand in everybody's pocket and they scared to take it out.
Real gangsters got tight riders, nigga.
Hey, Mike, if a real gangster got his hand in your pocket and you scared to take it out, like I don't even. He got his hand in your pocket. Hey, what you want me to do?
You know. You bring him this money smooth every week. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Uncle Sam, and he'll let Uncle Sam worse because he'll let you get away for years. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got about 2-3 million. You ain't give me nothing. Go. Yeah, we said live your best life. Living your best life.
Go ahead.
They come back about 6 years later. I'm like, yeah, you owe us 3.5 million.
Just for what? Just no doubt.
And the worst thing is, Uncle Sam, and we know you ain't got it. That's why we coming right now for it. We ain't want it when you had 17 million. We know you down to at least 1 million, but you owe us at least 3.2. That's how they work.
Yeah, you want to hear the real gangster shit? Is they gonna make you pay for it. All their resources, we pay the money for that, and then turn around and they use it to break you and lock you up. so that they can
Pay
recycle
taxes.
and get more money.
Pay your taxes to us so
Don't
we can
get more
investigate
gangster than
you.
that.
Yo, listen, any
That's
man
killing
that
you
has
without
his
a
hand,
pistol.
any man has his hand in your pocket and you scared to take it out. That's a
Scared.
bad man.
Holding that nigga wrist.
Scared.
Keep it there.
Uncle Sam got his hand in everybody's pocket.
All right, man.
Uncle-
We're about to
I
get
mean-
out of here, man. About to hit
All right, hey,
that
Dom.
hour 30, man. This was the
Mike.
Toucan, man. Good to see you, brother. Gotti.
Hey,
I'll
once
catch you
again-
on Saturday. Step Lover. What up? What's up? What's Step at?
Yeah, he taking care of some shit. Hey, we
He
gonna
on
get-
some
we gonna be
liaison shit.
Hey, we'll be
I
there
see.
Thursday, man.
I see.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
Nah,
Nah.
it won't be this Thursday, man. Next week, man. We supposed to be doing some shit Thursday, man.
All right,
Yeah,
all
some
right,
little comedy joint or
That's what's
something we
up.
try to get to. But all right, fellas. Live.
I'll move the strippers to this week then.
Yeah,
y'all be easy, man.
We got
Peace.
static. We got static. All right. Peace out, bro.
All right, we out.